investing in Pokemon can be a very risky business. But if I had $1,000 to invest in Pokemon cards, what products would I buy? I don't know. Let's get into some of my picks. So it seems like the term Pokemon investing on YouTube has been popping off. Some I 100% agree with and some I disagree. I just wanted to take a shot at this little challenge and see what you guys think about my picks. I personally love the investing talk in other areas that aren't traditional finance, like stocks, S&P 500, and crypto. And to be transparent, Pokemon investing for myself just means holding certain products so that I could flip later to grow my collection. And this is not financial advice. I'm gonna give some pretty safe plays as well as some insanely degen plays that I might get wrecked on, but that's the beauty of investing. So for my first pick is going to be a set that literally just came out this week, and that's Paldean Fates. And for my pick to invest, I chose the Pokemon Center ETB, and to my surprise, it's actually still in stock on the Pokemon Center website, and at $60, this is a great pickup. So my mindset for this play was that we've seen in recent history how well the Pokemon exclusive Elite Trainer boxes do because of the stamp promo. They're definitely in their own lane, and they continue to rise in price, like I said, in recent history. I personally think that this is going to be one of the biggest sets in recent Pokemon because for one, it's a really big shiny set. For two, it's a holiday set. And three, it features one of the most lovable Pokemon on the outside of the art on the box, which is always huge for collectors way down the line. And for four, it has a Charizard. Not to mention that it has shiny SARs like the Gardevoir and the beautiful blue Mew, which I believe these will hold great value long after this set is out of print. So for this category would be in the long-term play, probably the 7 to 10 year mark, just because it's super modern and I believe that it is going to be printed into oblivion, knowing that we can get Shining Fates at Walmart and Target pretty much right now. So that's also going to play a big factor on the price for this set. And as of recent, we've seen that the Pokemon company has been printing pretty much everything into the ground. Great for us collectors, but bad for investors. So I would personally pick up 4 of these, totaling at $240. I think this is a great start to our investing challenge. So for my next play is going to be a little bit more risky and very speculative, and that's going to be the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer Box, the Mewtwo cover art to be particular. I know what you're gonna say, Pokemon Go is horrible. I don't know why this would even be on today's list, but just hold on, let me defend myself. So first off, I'd probably buy 4 of these, pricing me at $160. I think that Pokemon Go will be a sought after later, and when I mean later, I mean later. Probably this play is probably within the 10-year mark. We all know that there's not much in there and that it's a very small set. But in a decade, we're gonna forget a lot of the reasons why we dislike this set, and it's gonna be a great memory for those who actually played Pokemon Go and were a part of the craze. And when it comes to investing, I personally think of the collectors as well. I like to invest in stuff that just looks cool, as far as like the characters that are chosen for the ETB and the booster boxes. So that's why I picked this Mewtwo. If it's a display piece that's gonna go back there, it's gonna look great. It's just a blue ETB with the Mewtwo. It's going to be sought after for pretty much any Mewtwo collector. There's gonna be a lot of collectors that collect only Mewtwo stuff, and they're gonna need that one for their set. That's at least my mindset, and that's how I've always collected. A lot of the booster boxes that I collect just have cool booster box artwork. I like the characters that they chose for that set, despite what they have inside. So this brings our grand total to $400, which is pretty good. So if you've been watching this channel, you know that my next play is a pretty obvious play because I talk about it over and over again, and that is going to be Silver Tempest booster boxes. And like I said, I've been scooping up the Silver Tempest booster boxes on TikTok for the $100 mark, and I don't know why they're so cheap, but I think it is the play that nobody is talking about right now in the community. I own about 4 of these, and I am willing to scoop up any Silver Tempest booster box if it's under 120. The market right now has these at around $130, so the market is picking up for this set. Not anything crazy, but it is picking up. And now that we are completely done with the Sword and Shield era, I think that it's about to climb, and so are a lot of the booster boxes in the Sword and Shield era. It's about to go up. It was really hard to pick a Sword and Shield booster box for this investing challenge, but I think that Silver Tempest has a low barrier of entry. I really wanted to go for Lost Origin, but they're just at the 160, 170 mark right now, and I think it's just gonna go up and up very, very fast. So I think Silver Tempest has the biggest opportunity to get to that $200 mark if you're investing at like 100 bucks, 120. I believe that there's still some TikTok coupons out there that can get these booster boxes down, but like I said, do your own research and definitely try to shop around for the best deal. And I'm gonna die on this hill alone, but I think that Silver Tempest has the best trainer gallery of the Sword and Shield era, and it does have that huge, beautiful Lugia card that keeps growing on me day by day. At first I wasn't a huge fan of this Lugia card, but now I really want to pull it, and I'm actually chasing it in Korean as well. So if you want to check out videos like that, I'm going to leave a little link right here. So yeah, check that out. If you see any out in the wild going for under 120, to me it's an instant buy. I believe that this is a great short-term-ish play. Probably within the next 2 years, I'll probably be at around, 220. Very basic, safe pick for today's video, but let me know in the comments down below if you agree. My total now is at $660, so we're heating up. We're cooking with some grease now. And at this point, I think we have a very solid base for modern, and I'm gonna go and take a little bit more of a risk and pick up a older product. And this is one of my favorite older products. And it's not even that old, but this is one of my favorite sets in the Sun and Moon era, and it is going to be Unified Minds, and I chose the Elite Trainer box. This set is my favorite because it has the Misty's Favor, it has those super unique GX cards that I absolutely love, with just the coloring on those cards are just so different. And they also have the beautiful tag team cards. They have the Alolan Raichu, and then they have the Tyranitar and Sableye tag team cards that we all know are pumping to the moon currently. And I personally chose the Elite Trainer box because I want to just pick up anything from Unified Minds. The booster box, sure, I would love, but the booster box is 630 bucks. That's completely out of this price range. If I would have put this on today's list, it would have left me with pretty much nothing to work with. But I think that having just a small piece of Unified Minds, or any piece in the Sun and Moon era, is going to be good for a long term. I always believe that you should at least dip your toes in a little bit of each era, even if it's not anything huge like Elite Trainer box or even some like blister packs. And I believe that collectors will want this product down the line. It has a Mew and it has a Mewtwo. It's got a purple box which looks amazing. I can't wait to own this product for my sealed and just to show it off as a collector. I absolutely love the booster box artwork as well. It's got Garchomp, Mew, Mewtwo, and Giratina. Just 4 absolutely banger Pokemon. And that one will be in my collection one day. And I think that Unified Minds will be sought after way down the line as well. This is such a strong set. I personally love looking up on YouTube people opening up Unified Minds because it just is such a good set. A lot of the singles are pretty affordable as well if you don't want to spend all this money and try to pull those big cards yourself. So there's definitely a lot of options out there if you're a collector. As we can see by the charts, the Elite Trainer box is definitely on a downtrend, but I think it's just a normal price correction because there's gonna be spikes up and down in this Pokemon market. It's been a slow kind of year, and I think that with the slow start to Scarlet and Violet era, I think a lot of people are going back into the Sun and Moon era and even Sword and Shield to kind of see from old sets if we're missing anything, or just to kind of review and be like, I remember this set has this card, and then they realize that it has all these cool GX cards and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy those too. I said that example because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I will find myself looking at tag team cards and then I'll be like, oh, let's see what's in that set. And then I go do a quick card list and I was like, oh wow, all these rad cards are in this set as well, and they're pretty cheap. So what else is out there that has these cool top cards that have these also rad GX cards that are right underneath them. That's kind of the rabbit hole that I've been going down, but yeah. So right now, this brings my total to $940, which gives us 60-ish for playroom for our next pick. So if you guys are enjoying the content, I greatly appreciate if you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way and it pushes the content out to more Pokemon lovers like yourselves. And with that being said, let's get to our final pick. So when it comes down to my last $60, I think I'm gonna go and put it into Paldea Evolved and an Elite Trainer box, to be more specific. And I'm gonna actually be picking up 2 of these because they're around $30 on TCG Player. And I think that Paldea is the best set in the Scarlet and Violet era. Number 2 would probably be Temporal Forces, and 3 would probably be Paldean Fates. Speaking from this moment right now in the Scarlet and Violet era, it is a huge set. It's strong, it's beautiful, and it's cheap. To me, those 3 things are the reason why you should pick up a Paldean Evolved Elite Trainer box. And if you have a little bit more money, I definitely look into the booster box. Those are going for around the $95 mark. If I had to add a booster box to this list, it would definitely be this one. I personally want to invest into the ETB for the set because it has the 3 starters from Gen 9. Super cool. It has a rad promo card that I think will be sought after for long-term investors and collectors. And if you could find the Pokemon Center version, of course buy that because that's going to perform way better over time. But I think this as a whole, like the boxing, the color patterns, the set, it's just a no-brainer and it's cheap. It's really cheap at 30 bucks. There's no reason why you guys should not have a few of these in your sealed. And if you're looking far down the line, like 10, 15, 20 years, Paldean Evolved is such a fun set to open and it's just so big. So you can constantly be chasing new cards every single time. I actually wanted to put this one at the #1 spot because it's just a personal favorite for me. I love looking at the Elite Trainer box every time I come into this room. I love Gen 9. I'm a huge Gen 9 fan, and seeing all 3 characters on this box just makes me happy. And I know it brings joy to a lot of collectors as well. So if you don't have this on your watch list, this is definitely one to look at. And I think in the next year, these are definitely going to rise. The ETBs for these next 2 sets have also kind of been lacklustering. Like I'm looking at Paradox Rift, who cares? The box art is just bland, it's so whatever. Temporal Forces, the same thing, just bland, whatever. This box art is super sick. Kind of gives me that Evolving Skies look, but just wanted to make that small comparison. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you agree with any of these picks that are on today's list? Were there any picks that I missed out and I should be looking into? I'd like to know anything in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.